This video is part one of a two-part tribute to Michael Bawtree, whose passion for theater continues to inspire. As we journey through the history of performance, we honor his belief in the power of storytelling to connect us all. Hello everyone, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Know Your Deets. Ever wondered how theater went from sacred rituals to Broadway blockbusters? Stick around because in fact number 5, we'll uncover how the church, yes, the church, helped revive drama after centuries of silence. You won't believe how it all came full circle. Theater through the ages, from Dionysus to Broadway. There's something magical about sitting in a darkened theater, surrounded by strangers, all holding their breath as the curtain begins to rise. That shared anticipation, that electric moment, has been part of human experience for thousands of years. Theater taps into something primal, our need to connect, to feel, and to understand ourselves through stories. Before there were stages and scripts, there were stories told around campfires. But the real birth of theater as we know it began in ancient Greece, around the 6th century BCE. It all started with festivals honoring Dionysus, the god of wine and ecstasy. These weren't just parties, they were deeply spiritual events that evolved into full-blown theatrical performances. In ancient Athens, going to the theater wasn't just entertainment, it was a civic and religious experience. Tragedies by playwrights like Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides tackled heavy themes like fate, justice, and morality. Meanwhile, comedies by Aristophanes poked fun at politics and society, often with crude humor and sharp wit. Theater was a mirror held up to the soul of the city. The Romans took Greek theater and gave it a flashy makeover. While they were famous for gladiator games and chariot races, they also loved dramatic performances. Roman theater featured grand stages, elaborate costumes, and a love for spectacle. But compared to the Greeks, their plays leaned more towards entertainment than deep philosophical reflection. After the fall of Rome, classical theater nearly vanished. But, in a twist of fate, the church, once critical of drama, became its unlikely savior. During the Middle Ages, clergy and guilds began performing mystery, miracle, and morality plays in public squares. These productions brought biblical stories to life and helped teach Christian values to a mostly illiterate population. The Renaissance reignited the flame of secular theater, especially in England. Playwrights like Shakespeare, Marlowe, and Ben Jonson transformed storytelling forever. Public playhouses like the Globe became cultural hubs, drawing crowds from all walks of life. Shakespeare's works explored everything from love and betrayal to madness and ambition, and they still speak to us today. While England had Shakespeare, continental Europe was busy crafting its own theatrical gems. In Italy and France, royal courts sponsored lavish performances that led to the birth of opera, ballet, and commedia dell'arte. These forms introduced masked characters, improvisation, and musical storytelling, adding new layers to the theatrical experience. By the 18th and 19th centuries, theater had moved indoors into ornate proscenium arch venues. Melodrama ruled the stage, with clear-cut heroes and villains and emotionally charged plots. Technological advances like gaslighting and movable scenery made productions more immersive, setting the stage, literally, for the realism movement that followed. The 20th century was a playground for experimentation. Playwrights like Ibsen and Chekhov introduced psychological realism, diving deep into character motivations. Then came Expressionism, Absurdist theater, and Brecht's epic theater, all of which challenged traditional storytelling and invited audiences to think critically about what they were watching. Modern theater is a vibrant mix of tradition and innovation. From the glitz of Broadway musicals to the raw energy of fringe festivals, Today's performances tackle everything from social justice to identity. Technology, diversity, and new storytelling formats keep theater fresh, relevant, and deeply human. No matter the era or style, theater's essence remains unchanged. People gathering to share a live story. Whether it's a Greek tragedy, a Shakespearean comedy, or a modern drama, the stage is where we explore what it means to be human. It's not just entertainment, it's connection, reflection, and transformation. So, next time you're near a theater, take the plunge. Let the lights dim, feel the hush, and lose yourself in the story. Because when you do, you're not just watching actors. You're stepping into a tradition that spans thousands of years. And who knows? You might just see yourself reflected on that stage. Thanks for joining us on this whirlwind tour through the history of theater. If you've ever felt moved by a performance, you're part of a legacy that stretches back to ancient Greece. Stay tuned for part 2, where we explore the rich and powerful history of Canadian theater. Coming soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your favorite theatrical era or play in the comments. We'd love to hear what resonates with you.